Shifting that awareness to the inside, coming into the heart, coming into the belly and the root, breathing in, healing, breathing out anything that's leaving. And if you guys will please mute so we get a good recording. We're going to breathe in healing, rejuvenation, creativity, breathing out any restrictions, blocks, obstacles. Really just seating yourself within yourself. And to start today, I'd like for you to think about the concept of kintsugi, which is mending with gold. So it's taking a crack and filling it with gold so that what is broken is far more beautiful than it was before. And that artist is not just repairing it with the gold. The artist is understanding the crack, the piece, the history, where it came from, its purpose, and its intrinsic nature as the artist brings the gold. And so that is what we're doing when we're working on the inside, and we're doing this healing of our own inner wounding, our own inner child healing. So we're going to just take a minute and we're going to do a little inner child work and a little healing work today. So just start. And even if you've done this a million times, I want you to come at it fresh. Just feeling at your heart, coming home into your own heart. And I want you just to rest there, inviting and welcoming any part of you today in this minute that is asking for deeper healing. And just ask for that part to be made known to you, either through feelings, emotions, words, or even an image of your own inner child. So I'm working with an inner child piece, so I'm going to call it inner child. You may have a different experience. It's all fine. So just see the part of you, a representation of your own inner child. Just see her, tender, young, maybe, vulnerable. And see if you can allow her to step forward and begin to communicate and suspend any judgment or any need to direct the healing. For just a moment, let her reveal herself. She might be shy or afraid or angry or all of those things. Just notice. And here we slow way down like we would with a child that came to us for help. Staying connected to your guidance, to your resources, and your own inner divine. Turn to that child and let that child know that you've got her. You've got her back. You're her ally. You're her advocate. And the two of you are learning to do this together. The emphasis is on accepting her. And in your own words, just let her know, I'm ready to care for you. We're in a new cycle. I'm ready to be here with you. I'm ready to take care of your pain, align with you. Just let the words be natural. And just imagine that you could bring your own artistry, your own gold right up to her into the parts where she would like to be healed and made even more beautiful. Keep the breath going as you just offer her healing, beauty, love. She may ask for protection or boundaries. Just let that gold be whatever you need it to be. And just take a minute and ask her what is most needed. And see if you can pick one thing to commit to. And sometimes these inner children can be quite literal, like protect me from that person, or help me feel peaceful, or let me be calm, give me support. Just notice. And if you can, I'd like for you to make a commitment to do that one thing this week. Just keeping that loving voice with her, talking with her, being a conduit of love from you to you. And then when you get her soothed and calmer, just imagine that you could put one of your resources with her, one of your guides or a quality, maybe it's a color around her. And while she's there being supported, I'd like to invite you to open to joy. I'm going to do a little work with joy. And just notice what that evokes when I suggest open to joy. Joy is a state that is always available to us no matter what kind of suffering is going on. It's a choice, it's a tuning, it's an attunement. So just allow yourself to contemplate one thing that brings you joy. It might be your daily bath, it might be your tea, it might be a plant or a memory. And just put that one thing in front of you. It might be something that lifts up and out and goes in front of you, or just something that one of your resources brings. But let something that sparks your joy be in front of you. And then imagine that you could, or actually experience your whole being opening to that joy, just like your whole being could open. And on the in breath, you're going to receive the joy. And on the out breath, you're going to hold that joy and open even further. So you're not collapsing in the out breath. You're breathing in joy. And on the out breath, you're opening even further. And imagine that you could just receive more joy than you normally let yourself. Go a little bit further. Feel good. Feel giddy. Feel expanded. Feel your appreciation for life. And while you're holding that, imagine that a second source of joy could arise. and just be right in front of you alongside that first source. And then 2, we're going to open to both sources together. So we're going to hold steady and we're going to bring in even more. You may feel it in your heart, or your whole central channel may open up as you receive joy. So we're going to breathe in both sources of joy. Breathing out, holding more joy. So we're expanding on the out breath. Breathing in joy. And expanding. Despite yourself, go even further. Breathe in one more time. Challenging your threshold here. And then release and expand and just be present. Noticing the parts of your body that are ready to expand to joy. Noticing the parts that are maybe a little constricted. And just invite. So we're not pushing, we're inviting. And let's be even more radical and more bold and get a third source of joy in here. So you've got source 1, source 2, and across from you, you're going to add a third. And just gaze upon your own sources of joy. Could be a beautiful babbling brook, an open sky, the face of a child that you love. Just opening to that third source and feel your capacity to hold all 3. And we're going to breathe in and expand even more. And it's okay if it's a little uncomfortable, we can adjust later. Just for a moment, I want to invite you to feel your full capacity for joy. Breathing in joy on the out breath, expanding even further. Breathing in joy. Expanding even further on the out breath. And then one more. Breathing in all sources of joy. And on the out breath, we're expanding. So we're not waiting for things to be perfect or good even. We're choosing joy in the face of everything. And just take a moment to bring that joy into any part of your life where you might need it. Anything that might be coming up. Just imagine you could fill your day with it. See your day expanding from here, sourced from joy. Maybe filling your meditation space. Just notice how your body feels when it's in joy, and your mind. And if you want to take the extra step, you can just bring that joy into your source of suffering, your deepest suffering, your most challenging thing. Just bring that joy right in there. Let it be bathed with joy, with that golden light of joy. Just pouring it in. Just resourcing even your suffering from this place. Just take a few minutes to rest. Feeling us all connecting together. And let's work for the rest of our practice to try to stay connected to joy.